Hi, I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace Counseling. And in this segment of Should I Medicate My Child with ADHD, we're going to talk about exercise. So, exercise is vital for all of us. We all need way more exercise than we're getting, but it is especially important for children with ADHD. A lot of them have so much energy pent up in their little bodies and they do not have an outlet for it. Exercise is a great way to release a lot of that pent up energy. And, one of the things that's really difficult in our school system is that children are required to sit still for hours and hours every day, but their bodies are made to play. Their bodies are made for movement. Their bodies are made for going. And they feel like they're just being held back all day whenever they're having to sit still at a desk. And so they need an outlet for it. So either before school, after school, recess time, PE time, if they can let out that energy, they are going to do so much better. And so a lot of parents will look at sports for their kids, and sports can be a very good outlet for this energy. However, I think that unstructured play is very important for these children as well. Did you know that kids really grow and learn about the world through their interaction with it? And outdoor playtime, unstructured outdoor playtime, is so important for children's development. They're learning how to interact with the world around them. They're experimenting. They're able to get, their hands dirty. And there have been so many research articles written on the power of grounding. So whenever children are running around barefoot outside, and I know this will make some of you parents cringe of set your children loose barefoot outside, but there is an energy from the earth that comes up, and there is something to that grounding that happens whenever children are touching the earth. There's something really powerful about it. Another thing that's hitting the waves with a lot of research lately is how calming it can be to be outside. So getting out in nature. So maybe going for a walk around your neighborhood or just playtime in the backyard can bring so much. It's a stress reliever, and it calms your body. You start to just feel relaxed. Like, have you ever just sat out by a pond and just stared at the water? There's something so peaceful and calming about it. But there's also the vitamin D we get from the sun, and the sun is healing in nature. And I sound almost kooky as I talk about it because I'm not one of those like, be one with the earth kind of people. But there definitely are healing aspects of being outside in nature. And so that that time outside, there's really no replacement for it. And I know a lot of families that they will bundle up their kids, even if it's snowing outside, just to get a little bit of outdoor playtime, even if it's just for a short amount of time. You can't always do it, but if you can make it a normal part of your life where your kids are able to spend ample amount of time every day outside, they are going to do so much better than if they're inside all the time. And as we talked about with the screen time issue, ADHD kids love the screen time. I mean, a lot of times, if you give them a choice, do you want to play outside or do you want to play on your tablet or do you want to play on your Xbox? A lot of times they will pick the video games. But here's what happens is that they get this vicarious experience of exercising. In the video, they're running and they're jumping and they're doing all this stuff, but their bodies are just sitting still and it's only their thumbs that are moving, or maybe they're swaying back and forth a little bit as they play, but they're not getting any true exercise, but they feel that they are. These video games give us a false sense of productivity. And so it's all, it's not real. It's not real. It's not really happening, but they feel like it's happening. And, but that all that energy is still locked up in their bodies if they don't get out and play. So I would require, actually, I did this with my son. I required him to be in sports. He didn't have a choice. I was like, okay, you're going to play basketball or you're going to go to dance with your sister. Like, which one are you going to pick? And it is very important for kids to have an outlet to let it all out, because otherwise they're self-combusting at their desks at school. And since I'm a school-based therapist, I see it all the time. The struggle is real. So I would very much recommend lots and lots of playtime. And you know what? They're probably going to grow in so many different ways. I mean, it's just part of development. Did you know that a lot of kids are having trouble with, like, they're having to get physical therapy and occupational therapy for these undeveloped reflexes and that their bodies just haven't developed properly because they're not moving the way that children used to move. And so it is so important to get out there. I mean, their development is really vital for it. And the muscle tone that they're going to develop to carry them through adulthood, there's so many different things that they need from this exercise. So make it a priority. And I think that you'll probably see some positive differences in your child.